Hello. How is everyone doing today? Hopefully well. We are doing free questions right now, one per person. You can ask any question that you'd like. And after 15 minutes, we will move on to donations. Hey, Tatiana. Hey, Nisha. Hope you guys are having a great day. Hi, Marta. Hi, Ashley. Thank you guys for liking. Marta, I'm doing well. Thank you so much for asking. Tatiana, this is a very sensual description. I have the star. This is like super, super feminine, super sensual. I feel like they look at you as this beautiful goddess like energy. I feel like there's a like masculine drive within them to be with you physically. I feel like this would be like a lot of men fighting for you and fighting for your attention or competing with each other to get to you because there's just like this energy about you, and also your physical appearance is it just kind of like turns on this like primal instinct or something. But I feel like all of the views of your physical appearance are very positive. I feel like there's a great desire to see you in a very vulnerable state, like with minimal clothing on. I feel like there's something within you that makes men feel like they can only get this it's like I'm trying to think of like the word, but basically like you feel different from other women, and there's like this desire drive within them to want to be with you, and like only you can make them feel this way. Like that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. All right, so Nisha, let's see. Will Nisha move this summer? Nisha, I am getting a no right now. I have the Seven of Cups, but it did come out with the Knight of Pentacles, indicating that that might be a little bit too soon, but I think it's going to happen for you. How is Virgo feeling towards Elizabeth? This person's having a hard time moving forward, Elizabeth. They're living in the past. I have the Three of Swords with the Chariot. And then I also have the Four of Pentacles, indicating that they're holding on to you. They're having a hard time letting you go right now. Hi, Margaret. Tatiana says, sounds unrealistic. That's awkward. Yeah, you're welcome. All right, Smiley. When will money pick back up for Smiley? Smiley, it's interesting because I feel like naturally you don't have a hard time making money. I pick up on the fact that like making money is easy for you, so it's interesting that you would have a block here like this right now. But let's see, when will money pick back up for Smiley? Oh, okay. So, Smiley, I know you're not going to be happy with this answer necessarily, but I have the Wheel of Fortune, and it's talking about riding the wave of life, and that there's no timing, and that things are up in the air and need to settle. This could have to do with the decisions that you're making. I did hear life choices. So, you could be in this situation because of the choices that you made recently, maybe weren't the best for you, or something like that. but I feel like these things will turn around. Whenever I see the Wheel of Fortune, it's always a good card because it indicates that you are lucky. You can change this very quickly. You might be able to manifest things very, very fast, opposed to other people. But I think it comes down to the choices that you make for yourself. So sorry that I don't have anything more specific right now. Ashley, does Freddie want a relationship with me? Thank you guys for liking the video. Ashley, I am getting a yes, 10 of cups. I feel like this person wants a relationship with you, a committed relationship. All right, Marta. Salvatore thinking of Marta today. Salvatore thinking of Marta today. Marta. Knight of Swords. So I feel like this person's undertaking like some big changes in their life right now, or certain opportunities. So they could be very distracted at this time, and that could be why things feel off. But I am getting that he was thinking of you, Knight of Swords. He just might be more preoccupied than usual. Margaret, I am getting a no right now. 10 of Swords. I feel like this probably isn't best for your highest good. The 10 of Swords does talk about like bad business choices, or maybe someone doing something that's not very legit. Like there could be some kind of like scheming or presenting something to you in a certain way that sounds really good, but really there's like some type of betrayal going on. So it makes me feel like Spirit is just generally saying that this person's probably not the best realtor to get a place with, or maybe this complex isn't the best situation for you. Maybe there's like things that you don't know about. Maybe they don't handle things the right way if something goes wrong. Or maybe there's just like shady shit that happens with this company. So essentially Spirit's saying kind of like walk away from this opportunity. That's what I feel like I'm getting. You're welcome, Nisha. You're welcome, Elizabeth. Give me a second here, guys. I'm trying to see how many questions I'm going to be able to get to. Thank you, SB. I saw that. Amy, that sounds good. You're welcome, Smiley. Yes, please don't forget to like the live stream if you haven't had a chance to already. You're welcome, Ashley. You're welcome, Marta. You're welcome, Margaret. Okay. Sorry guys if my words aren't like coming through properly. I'm dealing with a sinus infection right now. And I know this sounds crazy, but because I'm a Gemini, I feel like whenever Mercury's in retrograde, I can't think of the words properly. Like doing readings during retrograde for me in particular always feels like a struggle because I know what I'm trying to say to you, but for some reason, like I can't. The words aren't coming to me. And I lean a lot heavily on my spiritual team to like basically say, hey, help me get this across, because sometimes I feel like I'm not making sense, but I know what I'm trying to say. It's just Mercury communication, it's all jumbled, so be patient with me if I can't exactly figure out how to interpret something for you. I promise I know what I'm trying to say. And then also, I think just like because I'm dealing with a sinus infection / head cold situation right now, it might sound a little different to you guys. I think my brain is just a little bit wah wah. But anyways, Amy, has Eli been able to see the food my mom and I put out for him lately? I am getting a yes, 9 of wands, Amy. I feel like this is something it would be nice for you to keep doing for him. 9 of wands talks about standing your ground or continuing to do something that you believe in. So I feel like that's good for you guys and good for him. What can I expect this month from JC? All right, Medeli, I feel like this person is here to make an offer to you. I have the Ace of Pentacles and the Magician, so I feel like they're going to take matters into their own hands. Natty Nats. Natty Nats. I feel like I'm getting a no, Natty. The card that came out was 2 of Pentacles, maybe, but I felt like I needed to tap in a little further to that right now. So I got the Moon and the Knight of Swords. I feel like if something were to come to you in the next 2 weeks, it might not be the best option for you. So I feel like either you're going to decline it if offer is made, or nothing's going to come through in the next 2 weeks. I think there's something that would be really good for you that you need to take, but I just feel like the timing is off, and I'm not getting that it's going to happen within the next 2 weeks specifically. Svetlana, I am getting a yes. Have faith in the situation that you will get your money back. I have the star. Oh, wow. Okay, SB, did Taurus get the message? Did Taurus get the message from SB? Yes, they did. 9 of Cups and the Emperor. They did get this message. All right, let's see. Amy, thank you. You're going to head out now and get back to work. Yes, that sounds great, Amy. Have a great day. Medeli, you're welcome. Natty Night, you're welcome. All right, I'm going to have to close the list soon, guys. The free list will be closed very soon. What to expect regarding money until the rest of the month. Ciao. I'm so sorry to say I don't feel like things are going to turn around for you. For the rest of the month, I'm getting still having money problems or money issues or hardships. 5 of Pentacles and 9 of Swords indicating a lot of like anxiety surrounding money. So of course, if you make some changes in some way, that might change, but the way things are looking right now, it seems that things are going to remain the same. Does Ricardo miss talking to Sienna? Does Ricardo miss talking to Sienna? Does Ricardo currently miss talking to Sienna? Does Ricardo currently miss talking to Sienna? Yes or no? Yes or no? Sienna, I am getting a no. I have the Hangman and the 5 of Wands. Maybe they think it's for the best right now that you guys are taking a break from each other. All right, guys, I'm closing the list now. We are going to move on to donations after this. I have Daisha, Scorpion, Earth Angel, and Divine. and then I'll be moving on to donations. You're welcome, Sienna. Will the next 6 weeks be great for Daisha? Wow, Daisha, this looks good. I have the Sun and the Emperor. Very fiery energy. Maybe you're coming into a time where like the seasons are changing and things are starting to feel more lively and energized. The Emperor indicates good stability and consistency in your life, and the Sun talks about positivity, fun, and freedom. So I feel like there's happy times ahead for you over the next 6 weeks. I would say that's a yes. Scorpion. One card from Sephola. So for Scorpion, I have the Queen of Swords. This indicates thinking with your head over your heart, keeping people at a distance, protecting yourself, feeling the need to stand up for yourself and be clear about your wants and needs. Someone who may not be very tactful, but they do speak the truth and say what's on their mind or feel the need to be truthful and honest. Yeah, that's what I've got, Scorpion. Earth Angel. Has Roy been thinking about Earth Angel? You're welcome, Daisha. Has Roy been thinking about Earth Angel? Earth Angel, yes, this person is dwelling in the past quite a bit. Six of Pentacles in the Death card. I also have the Page of Swords, so this person is feeling like they're not getting what they want right now. So I feel like this is a yes. Roy has been thinking about you guys, but he's got a bit of a victim mentality right now. I don't know if this would be the best time to communicate with this person, but he is thinking about your connection. All right, last free question of the day. Divine Empress. How will things likely turn out between me and the cute corporate guy if we see each other again? You're welcome, Earth Angel. I think it's very possible that you guys would make plans together. Divine Empress, I have the Chariot and the Knight of Wands. This indicates being a little bit impulsive, kind of like jumping into something fairly quickly before you chicken out. So I feel like this person could have a little bit of nerves, but want to ask you out or ask you to spend more time with you before they lose their nerve to do so. Either way, with the Three of Wands and the Chariot, it does feel like things move forward or things progress with you guys. So if that is something you're interested in, I do hope you see each other again, because I feel like you guys would be able to continue to move forward together. I'm assuming next steps would be like a date or hanging out or something, but I do feel like things would kind of take off if you were to see one another again. I hope he asks you out too. Swetha is new here, so I'm gonna answer her question. Rhonda, I'm sorry to say our free list is closed. Our free list closed a few minutes ago. You're more than welcome to donate if you'd like. So Swetha, my best guess is within 3 months. I have the Empress. You're welcome, Rhonda. Thanks for stopping by. All right, we are going to work on donations now. Let me pull up the donation list really quickly. All right, there's not much of a wait, guys. So if you wanted to donate, it would be not long at all before it's your turn. And you're welcome, everyone, for the free questions. You're welcome. All right, so this is for SB. SB, I just want to know how are you meeting all these men? How you meeting all these men all the time? What you doing, girl? What you doing? You have better luck with meeting new people than I've ever seen before. And I love that for you. I just am like, how are you doing this? All right, love spread. You said, honestly, you met with the intention to be friends, but you feel something? That's so crazy. It's so good, though. Like, it's good that you have this, like, big pond of fish, I guess, because then you're not going to settle, you know? Like, if it doesn't work, thank you, next. Moving on. And I think that people don't realize that, and they can get stuck in a cycle with someone because they feel like there's no one else out there. But not SB, not my girl SB. But shoot, up it comes out of them so far. All right, one more shuffle, please. You don't settle and move on. Yeah. Can't get stuck on one person. Like, if they're not giving to you what you need, you gotta move on. Especially in the dating stages. Especially. Like, if you guys are not in, like, a committed relationship, I think it's even, like, more compelling to just cut your losses early. Long ago, heartbreak will do that, yeah. Okay, well, how they feel about you, we have the Four of Wands. So I feel like maybe they're feeling a little something something as well. Maybe like the chemistry is there and it's not just you. It's not just in your head. I feel like you make them feel very welcome, very comforted. Um, they feel like they can be themselves with you, which they really like, and they like who you are. They feel like you have a strong core, like a strong home base. Um, like you just feel very grounded. And maybe what's coming across is like your friends and family are very important to you potentially. Um, that is like hitting a like ticking a box for them because that's important to them as well. Um, and the Four of Wands is like how they feel about you makes me feel like this person would also be open to the idea of taking things to the next level with you as well. Um, their true intentions, I feel like the main thing that they wanted here was just someone that they could confide in, someone that they could share like an intellectual conversation with, and have good banter back and forth, be a good companion, offer company to one another. Um, just really be around people who stimulate them and make them feel good and make them feel like um, that what they have to say is important. And so it does kind of feel like maybe the original intention here was to have friendship, kind of like you were talking about. Um, but because the Four of Wands is here, it makes me feel like this person might be feeling a little something, something too, and like potentially wanting something else with you or thinking about something else with you. What you want, we have Two of Wands. Um, so the Two of Wands kind of talks about figuring things out. I think that for what you want is you're just kind of curious to see where this goes. I don't know if you really have an end game for this person. I don't think you're really attached, honestly, to any outcome with this person. I think you are open to it, but I think you're like, take it or leave it at this point. I don't think there's enough feelings invested right now for you to really have put all your hopes in this basket, but I feel like you're curious. I feel like you're curious to see where it goes. What they want, I feel like this person really appreciates consistency. I think this person, it really affects them if they find out that someone's been lying or that someone flakes. That's like a big thing. I feel like if you guys make plans, try as hard as you can to keep them because flakiness to this person is just like one of the worst things. I feel like this is red flag territory to them when someone can't follow through with a commitment. That's all right. So I disappeared. But the last thing I was saying was that I feel like when someone can't make follow through with their commitments, that's a big deal to them. They like steadiness. They like consistency. They like feeling like they don't have to question what the other person wants or what they're bringing to the table. Like they like to just know what they're in for. And so I think that's really important, especially with the Ace of Swords. They just want authenticity and they want consistency and they want honest and upfront communication. What brings you together? There's a spark here. Hey James, yes, you can donate. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Um, Jow, that's okay. You're very welcome. I hope things turn around for you, Jow. So yeah, what brings you together? There's this spark. I think that there's like a magnetic quality that surrounds you guys and it makes you interested to see what could happen. I think there's like a lot of curiosity and questioning and wondering. And I think that that kind of brings like a level of like flirtiness and um, chemistry in the air when like you're thinking something and they're thinking something but you're not communicating it. You're kind of like, is this something, is it not something? And it just like feels kind of fun and lighthearted. And I do feel like there's an attraction here for each other. I feel like, you know, this person would look at you and say, very beautiful woman, very beautiful woman. um yeah, SB, that's fine, that works too if you want to do that. um And I feel like you would be like, this person's kind of attractive to me as well. But again, sometimes that could stop at like just being friends with each other. That could just be the excitement of something new, and not really knowing what's going on in someone's head, and like the possibilities being open can make you feel like there's like a romantic quality in the air. But I think objectively, there is an attraction here. Um, what pulls you apart? We have the Ten of Wands. So the only thing I can think of that would be a negative to the connection is that maybe if you guys have responsibilities that can supersede the time that you guys have to spend with one another. So, like, the Ten of Wands talks about like needing to handle your responsibilities, maybe work getting in the way of your personal life, or your personal life getting in the way of your personal life. This can also talk about sacrifices that you have to make, and like basically what you're responsible for. So, I don't necessarily see anything bad here. I just think that there could be obligations that can potentially get in the way of the connection, which I suppose would be perceived as a weakness. Um, let's see, energy around the relationship. We have the Seven of Swords. Typically, this can talk about shady behavior, but I'm not taking that as shady behavior. I'm taking it as that you guys both have things on your mind that you haven't expressed to one another. Seven of Swords talks about like hiding or keeping secrets. But I'm kind of viewing it as like a secret admirer situation, or like maybe you've thought some things or felt some kind of connection with this person, but haven't said it out loud. And so like that's kind of the energy, is that there's like this unspoken thing right now that you're not sure if you should cross over into that territory or just leave well enough alone. So there's like that questioning there. And then Wheel of Fortune under the what's hidden would indicate to me to just kind of let things unfold naturally. Maybe it's important that you know not to force anything with this connection. Just let things be what they be. The mantra here is I ride the wave of life. So go in the flow. Don't force anything. Don't feel like you have to say something before you're ready. Just, be with one another, be present with one another, and enjoy hanging out with one another. Will this connection be successful? I am getting a yes. I think this could be a successful friendship and a successful relationship. 10 of Cups. Scorpion, how can I help you? Did you have a question for me? Svetlana, yes, you can donate. Absolutely. I'm sorry that I did not pin the comment. There should be a pinned comment now to tell you that I'm accepting donations at this time. Let me update the donation list too. All right, so James and Svetlana donations are open. SB says he's also back home right now for 2 months and will be back for 6 more months. He doesn't live here. Wait, are we talking? Okay, we're talking about the same person. Oh, got you. SB, it's so interesting how you end up like meeting people who don't like live locally. It's so interesting. All right, what does he like about SB? Let's see. I should have known, SB. I have the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like you get that quite a bit, either the Empress or the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like with that card, it's just kind of reiterating what you already know about yourself, so that you give off this very nurturing, caring, maternal, instinctual vibe. You're definitely wife material, and so these people that see you, if they're not ready for a wife, they might just like dip out because they know like you're the type of woman that you propose to, like you're the type of woman that you marry. um and so I think that a lot of times that could be why connections don't work out for you, because maybe they're not at that place to offer that to you because they know that that's who you are and what you are. um you just give off this like very, I'm gonna take care of you, like very loving. And it could be too, because I'm pretty sure you said that you are a mom already. So I think that that kind of just comes with the territory too. Is it's like an energy about you can't really hide. But men look at this like at this softness as like something that they really really enjoy and want and desire, to have in their life. But they look at you and go, if I date this woman, I'm probably gonna end up having to marry her because that's just the energy that you put off. So I think it's great. And I think that's what he's seeing in you as well. He knows that you're wife material. Seven of Cups here indicates that you're really good at keeping the conversation flowing. So, not many awkward silences with you around. I feel like you're a really good conversationalist. You can go from topic to topic to topic, and I think that's why it's really easy to talk to you, because you have like this suitcase full of things in your head that you can bring up and have conversations around. Svetlana, I got your donation. Thank you. I'll be with you next after SB, okay? Let's see. I feel like he's looking at you saying you're a really good date. You're a really good date. You're somebody who he feels like if he were to bring you around his people, they would really take to you and they would really like you. I think something he would say is that she gets on really well with other people. You're respectful, of those around you. You look at everyone as your equal. You're not condescending. You're just like a good time. You're a good vibe. So I feel like he's saying she's a really good date. Like if I were to ask her to, come be my plus one at like a wedding or something, everyone she would get along with everyone. And like I feel like he just looks at you and it's just like this is just such good company to have around. You wouldn't embarrass him, you wouldn't do anything crazy, you wouldn't make a scene, you just would enjoy yourself, have fun, and everyone would be like, oh wow, she's awesome, like you should bring her around more. He does pick up on some of your like self-preservationness. Like you have this protective wall around you that he's picking up on, but he's looking at this as an attribute because he feels like if people are just a completely open book and they don't have some type of guardedness, at least in the beginning, then they feel like what is unique about them. If anybody can access the deeper, more truthful parts of someone, what what is the point in being with someone or talking to someone if anybody can have that kind of access? So SB, you having a wall, you having kind of your guard up a little bit, even though you're probably really you know enthusiastic or you're really good at conversation, there's like this sense of like, oh, but I haven't fully shown you everything. Like you don't get all of me just yet. You haven't really earned that. And so like there's this air of mystery around you that he really likes, and he finds it as like a quality or an attribute because he feels if you've got that, then you don't let just anyone in. And so if he were to get there with you, if you were to let him in, then he would know that's a very unique circumstance that not everyone gets to witness. And so for him, that he likes that quality about you. He likes that you might give people a hard time, like, or if you like I don't know what your humor is, but I'm kind of picking up on like roasting someone or like giving someone a hard time every once in a while. Not like mean and not like constantly, but every once in a while you might bust balls as like a joke or sarcasm, and like I think that he likes that. He likes that he feels that he can joke around with you and you're not immediately going to get offended by everything that he says. And I think honestly, he feels like you're just a very truthful, forthright person. You're someone who's extremely honest. I feel like he picks up on how tapped in you are to your feminine side. We have the high priestess, so there could be like a lot of this perceived feeling that you're really tapped into your intuition and just like understanding people and being very compassionate and empathetic. And that goes along with the justice card, is that you're not the kind of person that's going to stand back and like watch someone be mistreated. You'll actually like bring someone to justice. You'll actually stand up and defend someone. And not only that, but you don't feel like you're too good to not apologize yourself if you did something wrong. So there's like this emotional intelligence that is associated with that as well. He feels like you just are a lot of fun. You're a really good person to be around. You don't drain energy. You recharge other people. And yeah, these are some qualities that I'm picking up that he likes about you. Let me know if you have any questions about that. All right. So, SB, that's what I've got for you, girl. I hope all of that resonated for you. I am going to move on to our next donation, which is Svetlana. She chose to donate for a yes no question. So, let's look into this for her. Hey, James, you're next. I got you. No worries. No worries at all. I feel like things are clearing for you, James. I feel like things are turning up for you, by the way. I just kind of like got that message. All right, so Svetlana, will I have a relationship this year? Svetlana, will I have a relationship this year? Svetlana, what do we see for her? Does she have a relationship this year? James, I don't know if you just heard me, but I was like, I feel like things are turning up for you. That's hilarious. Yeah, Spirit was just like, things are better for him. Oh my god, that's so funny. I wasn't even doing your reading and I had a feeling. Well, Svetlana have a romantic, committed relationship this year? Please show me a yes or a no. Does Svetlana have a romantic, committed relationship this year? 2024. So Svetlana, I feel like I'm getting a yes here. I see you being devoted to someone this year and someone being devoted to you. Having putting your faith in one another and proving your loyalty and overcoming maybe what you perceive to be a current obstacle in your romantic life, overcoming that. I also see like some attraction, some physical attraction and chemistry here. This could also be getting with someone physically. Um, Potentially, I also see here wanting to do things the right way. So, this person that you're going to be interacting with, you're going to do things traditionally. Um, so, what I mean is, you're not going to just like jump into bed together. You're going to get to know each other and build a foundation first. Then you're going to probably date, and then you're going to get into a committed relationship, and then you're going to explore a physical relationship with each other. I can't say for sure when this is going to happen. If I were to guess, I would say towards the end of the year. But I do feel like you are going to start something up with someone this year, Svetlana. Also, sorry guys, I'm dealing with a sinus infection, unfortunately, and if you can't understand me or if I'm like on mute a lot, it's just because I'm coughing my life away. So just bear with me. Svetlana, no, I think you guys are going to take the right steps. And right, I mean like traditional steps where you guys are going to get into a committed relationship and then explore a physical relationship with each other. So I don't think you guys are going to jump right into anything. I think you guys are going to take things slow, get to know one another, then date each other, and then become a committed relationship with each other, and then explore a physical relationship with each other. I think you take things slow, do things slow and steady. And I do think that this person is coming in for you this year. I didn't have a specific timing, but it felt like towards the end of this year, this person's going to come in. You guys are going to slowly see your relationship develop with one another. And I don't think that it's just going to be physical. I think you guys are going to be physically attracted to each other and maybe want to explore a physical relationship sooner than later. But I think you guys will be committed in a relationship first before you do that. Or like very close to that. Like you guys might like date each other for like a couple months, and then the same night that you explore a physical relationship, he asks you to be his girlfriend or something. Like that's what I feel like it's something that you guys really take your time with and savor. You don't rush it. Hope that makes sense. All right, so Svetlana, hopefully that answers your question for you. Oh, you're welcome, Svetlana. I'm so happy to hear that. Thank you for the feedback. I appreciate you. You're so sweet. I hope you have a good day. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. It makes me happy to hear. All right. So next up, you two. Bye bye, Svelana. Um, so we have James. James says, "Yeah, we spoke last night." She reached out to me. James, oh, I'm so happy. Oh my god, I thought she wasn't gonna reach out to you, but you know what? You know what? She didn't like the place that you guys were in, and so maybe something shifted. That's so good. She must have been thinking about it yesterday. Because I think it was Monday night, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was like Monday where she was just like very much feeling adamant that she needed like her space. So maybe something clicked yesterday. I'm so happy. You began distance healing again with her yesterday and she texted you. Oh, that's so great. I'm so happy. That's so weird. Yeah, I was just like, I feel like James is happier today. I don't know why. I just got that message when I saw you. Okay, so you said you guys spoke, hash things out. Feel like you made a lot of progress. The relationship moving forward romantically or committed. Okay. So I've got you down for a love option 2 and then 2 minis. And I have one of your mini questions right now. I'm sure the other mini you'll post in a little bit. So let's get started with the love option 2 for James. James and Patty. James and Patty, please. James and Patty. So I've got like rebuilding. I feel rebuilding here. Um, what felt like it was falling apart. I feel like that's what she's trying to show you in the connection. I have 3 of Pentacles, so it's like teamwork. Hey, Maribel. You guys, she's trying to show the connection that she wants to work together to kind of fix the situation or resolve the situation. 3 of Pentacles also talks about compromise, so like meeting each other halfway. And she's like, I really want to get along with you. I really want to show you that like I care about this connection, and you know we got to meet each other halfway here. So I feel like that's what she's showing the connection. Let's see what her thoughts, feelings, and intentions are. So I see Ace of Pentacles under thoughts. A lot of times, Ace of Pentacles, it reminds me of like an olive branch, like extending an olive branch, saying like I'm waving the white flag. Um, like I want things to be better. But I feel like here too, Ace of Pentacles, this is like making an offer to you, trying to show up differently for you. Um, Maribel, I can answer a yes no question for you if you're a new sub to me today. But other than that, my free list is closed, okay? Um, I feel like she's wanting to show that she is I guess trying to make maybe more of an effort. And the Ace of Pentacles also indicates a gift. So I still feel like even though we know about this gift that she says that she has for you, she really wants to make it clear that she wants to give it to you, because that's on her mind a lot, is like wanting to see you and give you this gift that she has. What is she feeling? What are her intentions? What are her intentions? She's saying she wants to be a better communicator. Um, she knows that the path in front of you, for the 2 of you, is still not set in stone. I have the 2 of Wands. Um, she knows that this could, be I think that she knows that it's gonna come to a natural, like, head, basically, a natural climax where your relationship is gonna have to make a decision. You guys are gonna have to decide, "What are we doing here? Are we together? Are we not? What's going on?" I know that she knows in her mind that the place that you guys are in right now, you can't be in forever. You won't be satisfied there, and, she knows, like, things are gonna come to a head, like, right? She knows that things are gonna go either way, but I think that what she's feeling to herself is she's still not sure. She's still not sure which way it's gonna go. I think she's hopeful for something more to develop here with you. I think she's excited to see where things go, but I still think that there's, like, this level of, like, "I'm not sure, though. I don't know." Um and again, this is just what she's thinking, what she's feeling, what's going on in her head and her heart. Her intentions are to be a better communicator with you. She she feels some regret with how she comes across sometimes very strongly. Like it's like all of a sudden like a floodgate and everything that she's been thinking or feeling just kind of comes barreling out of her mouth, and she wishes that she had better tact, that she approached situations better. But unfortunately, sometimes she doesn't have tact and she says things that can sound very mean. And even though um, she's not saying it's not that I don't feel those things, it's just I could have said it better. Um, I could have made better choices in that moment. And so I feel like she's saying here, as far as her intentions, that she wants to be a better communicator with you. She's like, I want to be more tactful. I want to be more like compassionate in the way that I speak, in the way that I come across. I don't want to just say things off the cusp that like I can't take back. Um, and so I feel like she's saying here, I wanna work on this. And I also am open to what you have to say. So she's saying like I want to hear your side of things. Um, I want to hear your ideas, I want to hear your plans, I want to hear what you have to say and how you contribute to the conversation, because I feel like she somehow is understanding that the communication between the two of you isn't the best always, and she wants to figure out a way to become a better communicator with you where no wires are getting crossed and there's no misunderstandings. I'm not getting that there are any blocks actually. I have the Wheel of Fortune. Um, this talks about riding the waves of life. This essentially just talks about making sure that you are just going with the flow. We're not forcing anything. Um, we're just allowing, I guess, fate or destiny to take its course, and allow for things to naturally unfold with one another. It doesn't necessarily feel like a block. What is the energy around the connection? Ooh, Ten of Swords. So we like this. So where you guys were feeling maybe like betrayed by one another, or feeling like you guys let one another down, and very disappointed maybe in each other's like behavior or the things that you said to one another. Um, whatever feelings there were that felt very hurtful, and disappointing, I feel like that's coming to an end. We have the Ten of Swords, so tens always signify endings, and essentially, like, we're not going to keep doing the same cycle over and over and over again. We're not, like what we have been through and what we have done, that needs to come to an end, and we need to start something better. Um, so it feels like there's a strong effort on your part and on her part to not go like down the rabbit hole of the cycles. Um, you're really trying to start over. You're really trying to start fresh with one another and really try not to repeat past mistakes and just move forward. Like, just say, I don't want that. I don't want to have that kind of relationship or rapport with you. And now that we've had the opportunity to clear the air, I just want us to continue to get better and better. Um, and I think that it will, especially because her intentions are to have better communication. And I think that sometimes it's hard, but you know, there might come a time where you feel like you need to express your fears to her or your worries to her. Because I see here with the moon that there's still some things to talk about. Um, Sometimes we just need to be like full on, I'm afraid that, you're never going to want to be in a relationship with me. I'm afraid that, you know, um, I don't know. I'm scared of being in a relationship. I'm afraid of being in one. Whatever like these fears are, um, I feel like, or even like these deep unconscious truths that may need to be communicated out loud. And maybe there's things that she needs to tell you that she's scared of. Um, but when you say them out loud, it becomes very real. And so just know there's some more depth to this relationship. Um, as far as like communication that I feel like she or you are going to need to express to one another. But I feel like you guys are doing a good job at squashing things when you realize it's not working or providing any kind of like sustenance to your relationship. And that's the big thing right now. So let's shuffle and see your mini question. All right, they spoke and hashed things out. They feel like they made a lot of progress. All right, so James says, is the relationship moving forward, romantic or committed? Is the relationship moving forward, romantic or committed? Okay, so um remember when I had said, James, that there's like more to talk about here? There was the moon. I feel like you guys, which hopefully if you haven't already, you have the opportunity to soon. Um, I feel like it's like this bush that we're beating around. I feel like you clearly want a relationship with her, and I think that she knows that, but I don't think that's been something that you guys have necessarily outright said to one another. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like she's not really sure what she wants from this, and I feel like you are very sure. And I feel like that's causing this delay, I guess you would say. Um, when she thinks of you and she looks at you, she knows that you're a great partner. And she knows that you're a great person. And she knows that you would make a very um, loving and generous companion for her, and that you guys would have like a really great life together. And I think that she knows that, but I don't know if she's in a place to want commitment from anyone. And I think that's where there's this feeling of delay where I can't say for sure that that's where this is heading. um I feel like there's like this silent devotion there between the two of you, that you are you guys are romantically connected for sure. Um, but as far as like relationship commitment, um, I'm seeing her kind of like turn her face away from that as an option right now. But I want to be clear. I don't think this has anything to do with you specifically. I think this was anybody. If it was you or someone else wanting to be in a relationship with her or a committed relationship with her, I think that she would be questioning it, if that's something that she's wanting. I think that you help her be more open to the idea, but I gotta say, I'm not feeling like she's there yet. I'm still feeling like a block here with this person. I feel like it's so much easier to offer her up to you in other ways. Like, it's so much easier for her to offer herself up in, like, as a friend or like a friends with benefits, like a lover or as a companion to do things with, to hang out with. I feel like opening herself up to the idea of a committed relationship with you and like opening herself up that way to you is not something that I think that she's mentally ready for. So I just don't have confidence in saying yes. I think that you guys have made progress in the way that you're communicating with each other. And I think that there's a great breakthrough there. I'm not feeling commitment just yet. Um, and yeah, I feel like I'm going in circles now. So I'm going to cut it off there. But James, you have another mini reading for me to do. I wasn't sure if you wanted to go ahead and post that question or not. But I'm really glad to hear that the conversation went well, and I'm actually really happy to hear too that she is the one that communicated with you and reached out to you because I feel like you needed that. I feel like you needed her to be the one to do that, and I'm happy to hear that she was able to do that for you. I agree, but it's just confusing for me. Is it she just doesn't want a relationship period or no, 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 no. I don't think she's friend zoning you at all, James. Not necessarily the opposite, but I don't feel like she's friend zoning you at all. I think that she knows that there's a romantic connection here. She feels that spark with you. I think she's closing herself off to the idea of a committed relationship right now. I don't think she's as open as I think she would like to be to that idea. But I do think that being near to you and being close to you, uh, in spending time with you and seeing how you guys can work through things and seeing that you guys are able to get through hard times or complicated times with one another. Um, yeah, exactly, exactly. That's the thing is I think slowly but surely she's like recognizing, um, the strength that you guys have together. And I think you're right. I think she just needs to do more work and not jump into commitment. Because here's the thing, James, when she commits to you, you're going to be so ready for it. You're going to be like, oh, I'm here and I'm not going anywhere. But I feel like for her, she might not feel that way. And if she rushes herself into commitment, it might just ruin the chances that you guys have if she does something before she's ready. And so I think she's just trying to get there, you know? And I'm sorry that it's confusing for you. I know that you worry about, the relationship with her and maybe you just wonder like, is this ever gonna happen kind of thing. But I feel like she's warming up to it, and maybe there's things going on behind the scenes with her that you don't know about that is actually showing progress for your connection that you just don't know about because you're not privy to it. But you don't know either what like she's thinking either. Um, when it comes to you, and maybe every time you guys are able to work something out after a disagreement, or every time you come through for her when she needs a shoulder to lean on, or every time you show up for her in ways that other people aren't, I feel like that's just like it's convicting her even more and more in or confirming, I should say, confirming her more and more. So you might be doing things feeling like nothing's really changing or happening. But for her, maybe things are changing. It's just you can't see it, so you don't know about it. But I think for her, it is. I think things that you do are making a difference to her. What effect is the distance healing that he's doing with her having? What effect is this having on her? All right, what effect is this having on her, please, for James? Okay, so James, she's a runner, right? She's a runner. So one of the biggest things that this is doing is helping her realize she needs to stay. She's a flighter, you know, when they say, do you fight or do you flight? And I feel like for her, she just takes off and she just runs away because she doesn't want to deal with things or confront things. And she wants to sweep them under the rug, and she wants to make sure um, that she's not having to confront things that might be uncomfortable for her. And I feel like this distance healing is stopping her from doing that. It's preventing her from being the type of person that runs away from things and starting to be the type of person who confronts things. And I think it's very clear, too, what has happened because on Monday, I believe it was Monday, I was doing a reading for you, and I was like, she's not gonna come to you. I was like, her comfort is more important to her right now. Her peace is more important to her right now than confronting things and talking to you. And then you start doing the distance healing, and suddenly, like, wow, here she is. Here she is wanting to say, hey, you know what? I don't want to run away anymore. And so I think that's like one of the biggest things is that it's helping change her approach to things that normally she would run away from. And now it's making her go, you know what? No, I need to deal with this head on. Like, I am uncomfortable. I need to recognize the fact that I am uncomfortable right now, and that I don't want things to continue to be this way. And so you're helping with the distance healing, you're helping her feel more confident in herself and maybe in your connection as well, that it's not as fragile as maybe she thinks that it is, or maybe she's perceived your connection to be something that's more delicate, or she perceives you to be something that's more fragile, and now she's like, you know what, no, because I think our relationship is stronger than that, and I think our connection is stronger than that. Even though this is bringing me discomfort to have to approach him and talk about the hard things, it's making me realize that we actually are a lot stronger, and I don't wanna run away. I don't want to, like, ignore things or pretend like things aren't happening. um, because that's what's easier for her, and that probably was her MO for the longest time is, "Let me just walk away from the situation and come back to it later." But sometimes we need to confront things quickly and head on, and we can't just, like, wait for the other person to come around and try to pretend like something didn't happen. So that's one of the biggest things I feel. You're allowing her to recognize her value, I feel. I have the Nine of Pentacles here, and so when we're in a Nine of Pentacles energy, we understand, like, our value, and we understand how important we are, and we understand that if we want something to work, we need to feel worthy, and if we feel worthy, then we can have it. And so you're giving her this feeling of self-worth and self-confidence here through this healing. I think that um, another thing that's happening is that you're helping her realize what she does want in life and what she doesn't want in life. So where whatever it is you're doing as far as this distance healing is, it's like it's resurfacing um like her desires and the things that she wants for her life. It's having her overall just confront them head on rather than trying to ignore them, walk away, or sweep them under the rug. So she's maybe starting to realize, like, hey, I do want to be the type of person that is in a committed relationship. Maybe I do want to get married, or maybe I do want to have a kid, or maybe I do want to start another business. Like, whatever it is that is important to her that she wants to nurture, that she has felt unworthy of doing, or felt like, oh, well, this makes me uncomfortable and I'm scared to do it, so I'm going to like ignore it. You're helping her to stay put, to say like, no, I'm not gonna walk away, I'm not gonna ignore this or pretend that I'm not feeling what I'm feeling or desiring what I'm desiring. I'm just, I'm gonna stay put, I'm gonna find a way to anchor myself. And so there's a lot of like heart, solar plexus, root chakra, like vibes that I'm getting for some reason. um, this healing is making her feel a lot more anchored and a lot more secure, and a lot more grounded in who she is and her self-worth, um, which I think is helping her feel confident to address certain things head on rather than running away. So again, the message is repeating itself over and over. So I feel like that's where the message is ending. But um, I feel like more than anything, it's just you're helping her kind of realize what she already knows about herself. And instead of just coping with things, she's handling things. And I think that's a big difference. And I think you're seeing that, in real time. You said, I think you're right. As you were saying it, I'm feeling it, even being shown visions of it. Oh, wow, that's so crazy. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I didn't even know that you messaged me. But yeah, that is what it's feeling like. Hey, Latoya, welcome in. Have you been here before? Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and answer a question for you. Our free list is closed, but I'll just go ahead and do it because I'm not working on donations right now. Okay, so Latoya, I have the Two of Cups. So I do feel like this is a person. If it's not a person and it's like it's a thing, it might be like something that you love or something that you can put love into, like a baby or business or a new pet, or just like kind of something that's like a labor of love. But because it's the Two of Cups, I feel like it could actually be a person. The Two of Cups signifies someone who would be your partner, um, some type of like person that you might start dating. Um, I think, and that could lead all the way up to eventual like marriage. Um, so whatever it is that's coming towards you this month or next, it is something that you're going to be putting a lot of love into or feeling a lot of love feelings towards. All right, guys. I'm gonna do a last call for donations. If anybody wants to donate, before I head out. You're welcome, Latoya. Hey, Rising. Hey, girl, how are you? Are you having a good day? Hopefully so. Hanging in there. Um, yeah, I'm doing okay. Battling a sinus infection right now, so that's great. But overall doing okay. Yeah. It's actually I haven't been sick in a very long time, so I'm just really grateful because I'm able to still work, even though I probably don't sound the best. Um, I'm still able to like do things and function. I may not have like the best energy. um, but yeah, overall doing okay. You can hear it. I'm like so stuffed up. Every once in a while, my voice will clear up a bit, and then I'm like, oh, I'm back to normal. And then my nose gets like stuffed up again. And I'm like, God damn it. But I've been feeling this way since like Sunday night. And it's Wednesday now. My husband is the one, I got it from him, and his lasted like 3, 4 days. So I'm hoping that I'm on the other side of it now, but I truthfully don't know. Thank you, though. I'm shuffling for you now. So let's take a look here. That's like the thing about you say you hate when that happens. I know, I know. I actually, it's been pretty rough for me. Like the fact that I've worked multiple times a week the last couple of weeks is actually me pushing through and fighting as hard as I can, because I had my time of the month, and not to be like TMI, but it was excruciating pain, like to the point where I thought Brennan was gonna have to bring me to the hospital because it was just like blackout, like fainting, like just like horrible, horrible pain. And luckily I made it through, but it was so bad, like I was crying. I was in so much pain. And then and that's typical for me. It's typical, but it was the first one in a while where it was that bad. And then I get better off of that, and then it was like the very next day I get a sinus infection. So for like the last 2 weeks, I feel like I've been just down and out. I know it's really bad. It's actually very concerning that my pain can be that bad. It's it's really it's really awful. Um, but yeah, anyways, I'm here. I'm good. We're not in as much pain anymore, so we're okay. All right. First question for rising. But how are you, rising? How's your YouTube channel going and everything? Are you doing good over there? Have you been streaming a lot lately? Thank you for your sympathy. I appreciate that. Oh. So rising, I'm hearing that he's saying I don't want to give up on this. He's saying like I don't want to give up. I don't want to let go. Um, I feel like I feel that he's feeling territorial over you. Um, like I feel like he's feeling like territorial over your connection, and I feel like he's like I'm not about to. I don't want to walk away. I don't want to walk away right now. You said you haven't been posting like a month. I was like, I don't know if I'm just missing your live streams, or, but that's what I thought. I thought I hadn't seen you post anything in a while. I still feel rising that he's invested in this with you, and he's he still has interest in you. Like he still has invested interest in you as well. You said your laptop broke and your dad got a heart attack? Oh my god. I think you told me a while back that you're his caretaker, right? Um, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, that's so rough. I'm glad that things are looking better, but man, that's probably really scary. So rising, James is thinking. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say the person's name out loud. I'm sorry. He is thinking that he is feeling like, he's trying to heal his wounds, I feel. He's hoping for some type of, compromise or forgiveness with you, and I feel like he's shifted more into a place of wanting to be, finding his purpose. Like, I feel like he's thinking to himself, um, I think he's questioning, honestly, what he wants out of a relationship. I think because I have, like, temperance here, and this talks to me about, like, peace and tranquility, and it makes me feel like maybe he's he's questioning the type of relationships that he wants to have. I think he's thinking, "Oh, drama. Oh, toxicity." Sorry. Um, like, toxic patterns, things like that. I think he's thinking, like, "I'm tired of it. Like, it's exhausting, it's draining. I don't want it anymore." I feel like I feel like he's in a place where he's like, "I don't wanna play games anymore. Like, I don't wanna have complicated issues anymore. I just wanna be at peace." Like, I feel like he's, like, struggling, like, he's clawing his way out of, like, the depths of toxicity, where he's just feeling like, "Is this my life forever? Like, is this what I'm gonna have to do for the rest of my life? Am I just gonna have to be with people or be in relationships that are complicated and bad for me?" And I feel like he's, in this place where he's, like, wanting peace, uh and so when we're asked the question about, like, how is he feeling about you, and he's talking about how he wants peace, is I feel like he's associating you with that feeling of peace. Like, I think that there is this fantasy that he's never really let go of, like, a loving environment with you where, your kids can live in peace and, like, just have a very healthy environment, healthy relationship. Yeah, that's what he wants. Like, I just feel like he wants something really healthy. He said, "Yeah, but things are getting so much better. It's really scary." I'm sure it is really scary, but I am happy to hear that he's better and he's doing better. Oh my gosh. Um, yeah, like, and that's what I'm feeling. That's what he's thinking is like he's associating you with that feeling of healthiness, like healthy relationships and peace. Like, the idea, I think he's, like, dreaming a little bit because right now he feels so much on his back. He feels so heavy, he feels like he has, so much weight on his shoulders, so much responsibility, and I feel like he feels like everyone depends on him to get things done, like, everyone's coming at him for something. "I need money for this," or "I need help with that," or "When are you gonna do this?" or "When are you gonna do that?" And I feel like he's like, "If I just had a healthy relationship with a healthy partner, like, we could do things together, we could face struggles together, hardships together, we wouldn't be." He's like he's just ready for, like, some of this, like, heaviness to be off of him. Um, yeah, like, he just feels like everyone just always wants something from him, like, take, 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 you know? Now, whether or not that's deserved or if this is a victim mentality, I can't really say for sure, but his perspective is everyone always wants something from me. I feel like I'm always having to do something for someone else, worry, and even if someone's not coming to him for something, he feels like he's always has to worry about it. Like, he feels like, "Oh, well, if I don't do this the right way, this person's gonna get mad." And so, like, he's always stepping, doing the tiptoe thing, right? Where he's like, if I do something wrong, I'm never going to hear the end of it. If I don't do this, I'm never going to hear the end of it. And I feel like he feels like he's just dug himself such a deep fucking hole that he's like trying to literally claw his way out of. And he's like, am I ever gonna get out of this? Am I ever gonna be able to just. And so when he thinks of you, I think he associates you with just like this warm, inviting environment where you're living in peace and harmony, and there's not a lot of arguments going on, and, it is a fantasy, but I think that he looks at you as someone who's, like, not toxic, and it's like, you're not the type of person that is going to be that way. And so, in a sense, you're kind of like this guiding light for him, like this north star of like, even if she and I are never together, she still has given me hope in this, that my life could doesn't have to be complicated. And I think right now he's just working through that, trying to figure it out. But yeah, I think what's crazy is for the longest time he liked the toxicity. It's crazy. He liked the drama. Like, he liked the ability to put blame on other people. Oh, this person's crazy. Da 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 da. Like, it just for some reason felt very comfortable to him to be in that place of that back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But I think now he's like just really, really wanting peace. Like, I think he's just really tired of life. Like, he's exhausted already at this point. Um, and so that could be something that's very heavy on him, is or weighing very heavy on him today as he thinks about you, you know? All right, next thing. Okay, second question. You say he needs to step up already. I know. The problem is, Rising, is that he needs to like uproot himself from where he's at right now. Like, I think he needs to. His problem, a lot of the thing, is the people he surround himself with. That is my personal opinion. His job, his coworkers, his friends, his family, just the people in his life are like leeches, and um, they all like cohabitate, and it's like parasitic. It's like it feels as though unless he uproots his entire life and completely gets out of this, like, if these people are going to be in his life and around him. And what's crazy too is that the people that are good for him could also be just as bad for him. Like, for instance, his strongest friend, like his strongest friendship, I'm feeling like this person's good for him, offers him solid advice, like really has his best interests at heart. But this person could also have really bad habits, and really, like, for instance, like, this person could be a really good shoulder to lean on, always be in his corner, always offer loyalty, always offer the best advice. But this person could have a bad habit, like, he could be like really big in the alcohol, going out to the club scene, or um again, that's just an example, but it's like even the people that are really good in his life, they also have like these negative attributes that are bringing him down. Like, they're because now he's susceptible to that behavior. Now he's influenced by those lifestyles, and so he could have really good people in his life, but they aren't really the most healthy. And yeah, and he needs to not let the negativity in the door, right? Like, I feel like he would literally had to get the negativity out the door, right? Yeah, like, he really would need to uproot his whole life. Like, that's the struggle that I see him in, is him not having the ability or feeling like the confidence to start distancing himself from these people. That could be his karma in this life. Um, but I feel like if he were to say, "Hey, I'm gonna uproot my life. I'm gonna take this, this, and this with me, and then I'm gonna go to a completely different country," and he's not around these people anymore, I think that it'd be a lot easier for him to change or move to a different state even. Like, I feel like he just needs to get out from where he is. He needs to leave this job that he has, or whatever it is, leave this place that he's living, distance himself enough from these people that are surrounding him and start over. And like, I think the reason why I'm getting this message now, and I haven't gotten that message before, is because that could be something he's thinking about, you know? He could be thinking about like, I'm just stuck here. And if I stay in this place, I'm gonna keep doing these same things over and over and experiencing the same situation over and over. All right, let's see. How is he feeling about this? Rising Storm question 2. How is he feeling about this? Well, he definitely recognized this rising storm. So there's some type of recognition that I'm getting that, first of all, I think that number one just means that he has seen it. Or if he hasn't yet, he will soon. He definitely is going to see it regardless, but I'm pretty sure he already has. And he's saying, I'm noticing this post. I'm noticing this post. I'm noticing this. And I'm recognizing it. And I'm bringing my attention to this post. I feel like with the Six of Wands, that would indicate to me that he's celebrating this post. Like he's saying that this is a good thing or that he likes it. I'm not sure if that makes sense or not, but it feels like he's seeing you in the spotlight or seeing that other people are seeing you in the spotlight. It's just basically calling his attention to you in some way, and it does feel positive, but I don't know. I don't know. It feels positive, but usually the Six of Wands always feels positive, so I'm not sure. But regardless, bottom line, he's recognizing this post and he's saying, I'm noticing it, I'm noticing you and what you're doing, and I'm noticing that other people are recognizing you and noticing you too, and that he feels like this post has brought a spotlight onto you specifically. Um, let's see. He might feel like this post gave you the upper hand because the Five of Swords is here. So he may feel like this is you, like a power play, and you are doing it well, and that you're getting the upper hand. Let's see. He feels like you are doing things that are setting yourself up better for success. So he could look at this post and feel that um, this is like maybe your confidence coming through, or maybe this is going to open up opportunities for you. What is this? Page of Pentacles. Maybe he thinks that this is your way of getting attention from other people. Um, let's see. Oh, you said it's pictures of you? Oh, girl, okay, okay. We do have the Seven of Swords. This is him, um, basically, like, looking at this in secret. I feel like this is, like, looking at in secret, and I don't want anyone to know I'm looking at these pictures, but I'm looking at these pictures. I feel like Page of Pentacles, there's a message here, and I'm, like, trying to fully grasp it. I keep coming back to it. But basically, it seems like he seems like he's saying, she posted this to set herself up. Like, she knows what she's doing. Like, that's kind of the message, is like she's setting herself up. She knows what she's doing. Like, she's doing this on purpose. She knows I'm gonna see it. She knows other people are gonna see it. It's like seizing the opportunity to really put the spotlight on yourself. That's pretty, yeah, that's the message. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Because I was like, they keep going to go back to the Page of Pentacles, go back to it. And I'm like, what is it? I don't understand. But that's what that is. He's saying she knows what she's doing. She's setting herself up for it, for success. Like, she knows that I'm gonna be looking. She knows other people are gonna be looking. I feel like he definitely is not showing this to anyone. I feel like he's keeping this to himself because I have the Seven of Swords. This is like sneaky behavior of like oh, this is for my eyes only kind of thing. I'm not showing it to anybody or telling anybody about it. And maybe he wishes that maybe there's sort of a fantasy there that's associated with it. It could be a little delusional, but there may be some fantasy of like, oh, she did this for me. Like this is for me in my eyes only, even though other people can see it. She did it for me kind of thing. Um, but I feel like he likes this. I feel like the Ace of Swords in case he's like, "Oh, this was a good idea. I liked that she did this." Maybe he wants to see more from you. I feel like he does like it, but he's like, "I see you, I see you. Okay, you know what you're doing," like that kind of thing. Hey, Gina, welcome in. We are actually our free list closed like almost 2 hours ago, Gina. If you want to make a last minute donation, you're more than welcome to do that, but I'm about to close my list. Oh yeah, I feel like yes, of course, Raising, of course he thinks you look good. Um, that's what I meant. Like when I was reading the reading, I was like, he's keeping it for himself. He's not sharing it with anyone else. He's like sneakily looking. It's kind of like where if a guy were to see you in person and you're dressed really nice and maybe you got some cleavage going and they're looking at you and trying not to look at your chest but they can't help themselves kind of thing. Like I feel like that's what he's saying is like I can't help myself when it comes to this picture. Like I can't help what you make me think or what I do, like because it looks so good and you know what you're doing, you know you look good, you know that I would see this and I know that you're probably gonna get attention from other people. Like it's definitely a compliment for sure. Yeah, you're welcome, of course. Um, whoops. All right, guys, I am gonna go ahead and end this now. Um, I really have to play things by ear and see how I'm feeling. My hope is that I can come back for another live stream tonight, but we'll see. Like I said, I'm gonna play it by ear. My goal is to be here every day for the rest of the week if I can be at least once. So hopefully you'll see me again. If not tonight, then tomorrow for sure. And if you want any private readings or anything like that, you can always schedule it through Calendly. You don't have to wait till I go live. Just get yourself scheduled and we'll work something out. I hope the rest of y'all have a great rest of your day. If I don't see you, have a good night. Talk to you guys later.